to the Stanley Cup.
Tonight, it's all about the captain. The Anaheim Ducks set to celebrate the franchise's new all-time leading scorer, Ryan Getzlaf, as the Ducks take on the Arizona Coyotes. Verizon pregame inside the Honda Center. The franchise and the fans are set to salute their captain, Ryan Getzlaf, the all-time scoring leader. I'm Leah Hextall alongside Kevin Weeks. And Kevin, it was back in 2003, the late, great Brian Murray, that 18th overall selection he used on Ryan Getzlaf, and what a pick that was for the franchise.
Stroke of genius, of course. Ryan Getzlaf is the preeminent, prototypical power center. This is a guy that can fly up and down the ice. He's physical, he makes plays, he can score. He's a pass-first player, brings a lot of leadership. He can fight, he can do it all, and that's exactly the vision that the late, great Brian Murray had for him here with this Ducks club.
Well, we are excited for it tonight here at Honda Center. It is a ceremony to salute the captain with a few surprises. Stay with us. Hockey Night on ESPN+. He is the captain. He's the all-time leading scorer. And with that, we head to the voice of the Ducks, Phil Hewlett.
Look at the video board for this special Ryan Getzlaf tribute video.
Well, obviously watching Getz on the ice, you know, when he's on his best, he can do everything and he can dominate with his skills. And his strength and the way how he can see the game and passing and everything. He's a full package.
Yeah, I mean, he is one of the most character players I think I've ever played with. I mean, he's our leader on and off the ice, and he goes about it every day. And
Come on, Poor.
To be physically gifted, but still have the vision and the touch to see the ice the way that he does, it's pretty lethal combination, and just all around he brought it every night and would find a way to put his fingerprints on the game whatever way he could.
When you think of the Anaheim Ducks, now you think of Ryan Getzlaf.
Ryan Getzlaf again on a brilliant stick handling display by Ryan Getzlaf.
Sends it across. Grew has a man in front. Terry goes backhand and scores.
Good finish, kid. Good finish.
As Ryan Getzlaf gets his 988th.
There were certain things that obviously I didn't reach last year that are big milestones for this organization that I wanted to be a part of. I've been very fortunate to play with a lot of great players over the years and help build those numbers.
A nice little touch into the middle. Gets Terry in, he scores! A 989th career point for Ryan Getzlaf, all in an Anaheim sweater. He now stands alone as the all-time leading scorer in franchise history.
Fans, your Anaheim Ducks all-time leading scorer, your captain, number 15, Ryan Getzlaf. Please welcome to the ice Ryan's wife, Paige, their children, Ryder, Gavin, Willa, and Matt. And joining Ryan and his family, please welcome Ducks owners, Henry and Susan Samueli. In celebration of his achievement, the Ducks organization and the players are proud to present Ryan with a one-of-a-kind ping pong table for his new game room. It is being customized for Ryan, engraved with his number and points record inlaid in the tabletop, commemorating this franchise milestone. The organization would also like to present Ryan his game-worn jersey from October 31st, 2021, custom framed and ready for display to commemorate Anaheim's all-time points leader. Ryan Getzlaf earned the primary assist on the game-winning goal in the Ducks' victory over Montreal this past Sunday, surpassing Teemu Selanne, who has held the record at 988 since 2014. Fans, please welcome to the ice, Hall of Famer, number 8, Teemu Selanne. of the organization. Teemu is proud to give Ryan a custom engraved gold puck to honor our captain, breaking number 8's franchise scoring record. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for Ryan Getzlaf, your Anaheim Ducks all-time leading scorer.
The Finnish Flash himself, Kevin Weeks, making an appearance here to honor the captain who broke his record. Nothing but class here tonight.
Nothing but class, and you see the Finnish Flash, the great Teemu Selanne. You can see the excitement that he has. I mean, look at the selflessness, the mutual esteem, the mutual love between the two of them. Their owners, of course, Henry and Susan Samueli, the Getzlaf family, his wife, his children. And this is a special moment. This is a historic moment for a very proud franchise. And now Ryan Getzlaf ascends to their all-time point-scoring leader. Incredible to see. Amazing. What an accomplishment from somebody that played his junior hockey out west with the Calgary Hitmen. Awesome stuff.
The all-time scoring leader he is, the captain Ryan Getzlaf. And this is a look at the most points in franchise history from these Anaheim Ducks. And look at those names right as we spoke. Getzlaf, Selanne, Corey Perry, and the great Paul Kariya, who made such a mark here and very close with Teemu Selanne as well. And just an amazing moment down on the ice. And Kevin, he's not done yet. 8 points shy from 1,000. If he can hit that, the first Duck to do it.
No question. I saw him literally post-game after we called their most recent game here on ESPN Plus against the Devils. I could see that look in his eye. We spoke briefly. He is still dialed in. He's wired to perform, and he certainly is highly productive at this point. As you said, he's chasing that milestone while continuing to lead this young club and their progression as they go forward.
So the ceremony is in the books for Ryan Getzlaf. It's time to get to the hockey game, Kevin. And Anthony Stolarz will get his 4th star this season in net tonight for Anaheim as John Gibson is under the weather, non-COVID-19 related, as per head coach Dallas Eakins this morning. And countering at the other end for Arizona, Karel Vejmelka, 25-year-old rookie, spent the last 7 seasons playing professionally in the Czech League. His record does not show how well he has played for this Coyotes team who, Kevin, as we know it, winless in 10, still looking for that first victory, and that is not an easy situation for them to be in. As we spoke to their head coach, Andre Tourigny, and he said, we just got to park it and move on to the next one. Off and running here in Anaheim tonight. It's the 3rd of a 4th game homestand for the Ducks. They've won 2 straight and points in their last 4 games. They're looking to continue that streak. Troy Terry, been nothing but straight fire as of late. Number 19 for the Ducks on a 9-game point streak. They're right at the side of the net, jams in, and he scores! Seconds in, Adam Henrique has the home side on the boards. It's 1-0 Ducks.
You know, I was expecting Adam Henrique to do his last game against the New Jersey Devils, his original club. But nonetheless, if you're a Ducks fan, continue rejoicing. This is the way you want to start on Ryan Getzlaf night. A nice play along the boards up high. The initial play by Troy Terry. Watch Ryan Getzlaf fade away, bank it off the skate and behind the net. And nice quick hands to the left post. Watch Getzlaf. Banks it off the skate of Chychrun, an indirect pass off the boards, a little daylight short side for Adam Henrique to scoop it over the shoulder of Vejmelka. Ducks up 1.
Henrique with his 5th of the season. He is 2nd on Anaheim in goals scored. And this Ducks team, I tell you, they had offensive struggles last year, but they are cooking right now with gas, as they say. 21 goals in the last 6 games. That's over 3 per game. Vinny Lettieri's on it at neutral territory. And now Jacob Chychrun will back on. We'll have a quick whistle.
What a great start right now if you're Anaheim. You're on home ice. You have those ceremonies, and this wasn't a longer one. But nonetheless, here are the fans with their applause. Ryan Getzlaf involved on that primary assist on this play. Does a nice job with that play. Indirect off the boards. And what a way to put your fingerprints on this game if you're Ryan Getzlaf. Outstanding.
Absolutely. And Getzlaf with a 3-point outing in the 4-0 shutout over the New Jersey Devils, and picks up another point here with that assist tonight. And with that, Troy Terry also has an assist, so guess what that does? It extends his point streak to 10 games, which is now the longest active one in the National Hockey League.
Amazing.
Ben McCartney, the rookie for Arizona, on the puck there. He is in his first NHL game tonight. Also along with number 54 in defense for Arizona, that's Cam Dineen. They both took that lap right before the game started. And we should give everyone this note. Number 46 for Anaheim, Trevor Zegras, late scratch because of an upper body injury. So that means that Sam Steele, number 23, is in for the Ducks.
Nice little footnote there, because Zegras is one of their bright young stars of the Ducks. We hope that he feels better. Had a chance to visit with their head coach, my former teammate Dallas Eakins. Nice fresh cut for Dallas as well. Got a little spot there to the barbershop, and some injuries and scratches for the Ducks in this one as well. A little bit of tinkering with that lineup.
So 1-0 here for Anaheim, less than 2 minutes into this game. Sam Carrick's on it. He found the puck, but right in front. The knock, forced to be sharp as he gets a pad on it. Up top, Shattenkirk tries for the shot. It's blocked, and here comes Arizona. Liam O'Brien in on it. We'll have a whistle. Offside, and we'll just bring it outside the zone.
There's a look at head coach as mentioned, and you can see some of the changes in that lineup, literally up and down. And this is exactly why a lot of general managers and coaching staffs look for roster flexibility. You want to have that flexibility, pieces that can play multiple positions. It comes in handy, as well as depth. So certainly a different complexion to this lineup here for the Ducks.
Drysdale at his own line will send it ahead, and Vejmelka's out to play it. Sends it around the boards, and it's kept in. Henrik, the goal scorer for Anaheim, on it. Drysdale drops it off. There's the long blast by the captain, but it's blocked in front by bodies. Drysdale back on it. He has Jay Beagle closing in on him. Henrik on the near side. Little chip out of his own end. Arizona back in their zone to collect and get some new legs on the ice. Long lead pass goes up front, and Stolarz will bat that one aside. His first touch. Clayton Keller's on it. Little backhand dish down below the goal line as Arizona looks to establish some zone time. Keller still on it. Still making his way around as he's got several orange sweaters around him, and now will pop out to neutral ice.
Nicely defended by the Ducks. Good layers, good positioning, active sticks there.
Keller taking a look. He has Barrett Hayton going towards the net, but that pass was intercepted. Now a bit of a mugging along the side boards. Fans were looking for a penalty, but here's Keller on his backhand, sends it across. But Ben McCartney couldn't get the shot off. Anaheim now on the move. They will get fresh legs on the ice as they send it down low. Bassett keeps it in.
Good on-ice communication, too. We can hear it from up here in the broadcast booth. Good job speaking through the defensive assignments for the Coyotes there.
And it is Larson's on the move in. He dishes it off. Still can't get that shot off. Dineen will fire this one in on Stolarz. He just calmly turns that aside. Never a bad idea by the rookie just to put the puck on the net, especially when you're this Arizona team and the situation that they're in, looking for their first win.
Love your point. Sometimes you have to manufacture offense that doesn't come cleanly. Nice play there. Good play choice.
Sam Steele being harassed by Ilya Lyubushkin, and now Arizona will go back into their own end and look to begin out. Jacob Chychrun is on it. Chychrun led all defensemen in the NHL in goals scored last year with 18, still looking for his first of the season.
Had a massive year last year, to your point. He was outstanding, certainly on Team Canada's radar as a young defenseman. Dual citizen, too. Both American, Canadian.
We'll keep him in Canada. Back off.
I'm just saying.
Back off.
He's got his options. He's got his options.
I assume it just depends if he wants gold or silver, right? We've seen. No, I'm kidding. I kid. There's a whistle on the play.
I'll tell you one thing that I'm looking for in this is this youngster, Jacob Chikrin, who you just alluded to. He's a budding star. I had a chance to sit down and speak with him prior to the season. One of the fittest players in the league. He's healthy, to your point, led all defensemen in goals last year in the National Hockey League. And I think he's putting a little bit of pressure on himself to make that Team Canada roster for the Olympics. Native of Boca Raton, Florida, one of my old stomping grounds. Florida born, played up in the OHL for the Sarnia Sting, and one of the bright young defensemen in the league.
And the coach, Andre Tourigny, saying he's just ripping that stick just a little too tight. A little bit more pressure on him this year, especially with Oliver Ekman-Larsson, the former captain of the Coyotes, being traded to Vancouver. And it just brings a bit more into him that he feels he needs to do more. And Tourigny wanting him just to get back to his game.
No question. Sometimes you place that extra pressure on yourself, to your point, in the absence of him and Goligoski, both Ekman-Larsson and Goligoski. To that point, he's putting more pressure on himself to be more productive, trying to make extra plays. And keep in mind, he's a second-generational NHLer as well. His dad, Jeff Chikrin, longtime NHL defenseman, super steady, does TV for the Florida Panthers down in South Florida.
Just over 6 minutes gone here in the first period. The Ducks up 1-0 off an early goal by Adam Henry. Arizona working away in the Ducks end. Jay Beagle is on it. He puts it up to the point. There's the rip, but it's just wide. Beagle centers it in the high slot. No connection there as Yashkin couldn't get a stick on it. Working around the boards. Held in by Beagle. Andrew Ladd is now on it, but Isaac Lundestrom is on him. There's a shot right into the high slot, but couldn't connect. And here come the Ducks in transition the other way.
Good positional defensive play by Manson. Right in the middle, use that stick to intercept it, skate it out of harm's way, and get it into the offensive zone and get a responsible change.
Shane Gostisbehere will float that one out of his own end all the way down to Sahlers. Sonny Milano on it for the Ducks. He takes a bump by McCartney. Now right out front, there's a quick shot. Stolarz with the save as it came off the stick of Phil Kessel. Always dangerous.
Outstanding read by Stolarz. Push off that left post. Nicely done.
1-0 Ducks, courtesy of Adam Henrique here in the first.
This season, the Kings and Devils, bottom of the hour, also exclusively on ESPN+. Mackenzie Blackwood, season debut for the Devils. Back to Leah Hextall and Kevin Weeks.
Anaheim having the first 3 shots of this game, but Arizona has come back with 4 straight. And here they are in the attacking zone, looking to get something going and tie this game. Jamie Drysdale will lift it up and out all the way down to the Coyotes' end, and we'll have icing and bring it back.
Let's take you a little deeper inside of this goal, and here's a look at what Karel Vejmelka was dealing with as this play came into Wayne Gretzky's office behind the net. Watch Vejmelka. Now as he comes over, he doesn't seal that right side as you're looking at it on the TV. He stays parallel to the goal line. He's got to lean with that shoulder and head into that post. If he does, there's no way Henrique scores that in that short side window. Not a criticism, but a little bit of a teaching point. He's been outstanding. He's been the lone bright spot for this team so far in this season. But nice recognition there by Henrique.
Johan Larsson wins the draw. Chikrin will just send it on net, and now here comes the Ducks. Batted down in neutral territory by an active stick, but now it's dumped in. Melka way out of his net there to play the puck, and quickly with a little skate there for a save. Cartney sends it ahead. It's on the stick of Kessel. He can't get through the layers of the Ducks defense. Back into neutral ice. Little dish by Sonny Milano.
Shots at this point 4-4 equal, but in terms of possession, the Anaheim Ducks have really had the lion's share of possession so far and playing a lot more under control as well.
Barrett Hayton on his backhand. He's being harassed by Cam Fowler, who checks him off the puck, and Manson will pick it up and lifts it up, and now it's out. Back into neutral ice. Here comes Getzlaf with the little drop. Cross ice pass. Troy Terry sends it down low for the captain. He tries to put it right out front. Now it's on the sideboards. That shot doesn't get through. Crashing and banging here in Arizona's end. 9 minutes gone in this first period. There's a quick shot, and Vejmelka will elect to hold on.
And every time that Getzlaf line is out there with Troy Terry, they're making chances. They're creating chances. They create confusion. And what I like about them is they're playing the game down in the lower part of the ice, from the dots down, forcing Arizona to have to make some decisions defensively, especially when you're beneath the goal line. And that's one thing that Wayne Gretzky, the great 99, used to his advantage, because for the most part, 95-97% of the game for a goalie is played in front of you. So it certainly creates a lot of confusion when the opposing team has possession in behind your net. It worked to perfection on that first goal.
Max Comtois back in the lineup for the Ducks. He takes the draw. Arizona now sends it out. And Antoine Roussel was quick on his horse as he works away now at Anaheim's end. Loose puck. Fisher's on it. He has Liam O'Brien with him for support. And now O'Brien's on the handle of it. Sends it up top. Cross ice. Dineen with the long shot. Stolarz will glove it down.
That's a good shift for the Arizona Coyotes in the offensive zone. Some nice puck movement, some good motion, and you'll see that save momentarily. But here's a look at Dineen, a fellow New Jerseyan, gets this one from distance. Stolarz with a nice job challenging that through traffic and making that save. But as you look at Dineen making his NHL debut, my good colleague EJ Raddick on the NHL Network was talking to me about Dineen before the game. He played his junior hockey for my man Stan Butler with the North Bay Battalion in the OHL. So an early welcome to the National from me to him and his family. It's great to see.
Bogru lining up against Johan Larsson here in Anaheim's end. Off the draw. Quick little shot by Ketzel, but it's wide. Kevin, would that have been a set play?
Yes, no question. And those are so important, especially in the offensive zone. You can run those set plays off of faceoffs. Pittsburgh Penguins do an outstanding job of those when they're healthy.
Here come the Ducks as they transition the other way. They've got a few numbers. Garrett will keep it in, and now it's dropped along the boards, and Dineen will send it across from McCartney. First time NHLers connecting there on that pass. And there's a quick shot, and once again Stolarz will hold.
And faceoffs are so important. I go back to Dan Bosma's time with the Pittsburgh Penguins. He spent some time with Mike Tomlin, the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers, of course, and that started to become all the rage. Coaches recognizing different situations. If you can run a set play, as Arizona did there, that's a good sign. Head coach Tourigny would love to see that. Generated a chance. We'll get deeper into him as this game goes along, but he's affectionately known as Bear. That's his nickname. And for good reason, though.
Chychrun holds it in the point, slides it across. Now it's here on the near side. Michi Yashkin is on it. He's battling away. He has Beagle in for support. Now it pops out loose. Getzlaf gains the zone. Now right in front for Troy Terry. Tries to make the move, but maybe one too many. He's knocked off the puck, and Yashkin brings it the other way back. Yashkin on it, right at the side of the net. Stolarz hugging that iron. Chychrun at the blue line. He'll fire it through layers. Stolarz out of his paint to make the save. There's the loose puck, and it's kept in by Chychrun. He fires once again, and it's just a little off the mark.
Big time shift for the Coyotes here. Simple though, effective. Get the puck to the point, get some traffic, win some battles, and take those shots. There's a better example of that by Chychrun. Had 2 shot attempts there. There's a look at the big man Stolarz. Hydrating, worked really hard on his footwork with their goalie coach Sledzi Maharaj, and that's paying dividends for him and the Ducks at this point.
So after the icing, the face-off in Anaheim's end. Derek Hayton going up against Getzlaf. Troy Terry's on it, and now he's moving. Taking a look across ice, he'll just dump it in as Anaheim's looking for a change, and they'll get it. Gostisbehere in his own end, sends it ahead, and Heller will just dish it out to center ice, but we're gonna have a quick whistle. So over the halfway mark here in the first period, the Ducks still up 1-0.
Yeah, that's
Vodka of the NHL. Drink responsibly. please and thank you.
Well said.
And tomorrow night on the NHL Network, we will see the Bees taking on the Leafs. That goes at 7 Eastern. And then Tuesday night on ESPN+, it's the Panthers and Devils. And then the Kraken will be in Vegas. And big news coming out of Vegas with that Jack Eichel trade this week. And then Wednesday night on TNT, we have Minnesota against the Coyotes. So just under 9 to play here in the first period.
Keep in mind, too, Arizona out shooting them at this point, 10-5. So they had a nice little surge offensively as this period's continued to progress here.
That they have. Arizona coming on after giving up an early goal just 30-some seconds in off the stick of Adam Henry. Arizona actually with 6 straight shots at this time in the game. Ducks on the move. They'll dish it down below the goal line to get something going here. Gostisbehere is on it, but he has Comtois battling with him along the boards. A little dish across ice by Lundestrom. There's the blast, but it doesn't get through in front. It'll be lifted up and out.
Nicely done there by Anton Strawman, the veteran, elder statesman on the back end, providing some leadership and a wealth of experience to these young defensemen and overall this very young Coyotes roster.
Absolutely. Strawman coming over in a trade from Florida. The Coyotes had several acquisitions in this offseason as it is a rebuild by design. Yashkin gains the zone. He's wide. He dishes right in front to the high slot. Sam Steele will have it on his stick.
Nice play by Steele, who's drawn into the lineup in favor of Trevor Zegras, who's out with an upper body injury. Steele, along with Zegras and Drysdale, some of the other young players that the Ducks have.
Melka out to hold it up for Chychrun. Just a little bounce play off the boards. Dyson Mayo puts it ahead, and Arizona is on the move. Cross ice now to Hayton. Hayton's in on it. He takes a bump as he's knocked off the puck, but just like a dog on a bone, he's right back on it. Kevin Shattencourt turns it over right behind the net of Stolars. Held in here at the point by Arizona. It's Hayton. Hayton sends it down along the boards, round the hash mark. Chychrun will come up and sends it across ice. The long shot is blocked by Terry, and he will begin out. Every time I see Troy Terry on the puck, it just feels like there's something about to happen. Keller takes the shot. Stolars. Woo! Quick whistle there for him. It looked like he might have dropped it. But he got his whistle. Now we're going to say hello to each other between these two teams.
Yeah, some greeting cards, and it's only fitting that Lawson Krause, number 67, in the white Kachina jersey, is at the heart of it. Now, I really liked his game going back to his time in Kingston in the OHL. He's a power forward, big, and very, very physical, can skate, gets in on the forecheck, and he really had a great impact in this shift. He got in on that forecheck. Here he comes down the middle. Nice little drop pass for Keller, but he doesn't stop there. There's the intended shot, the initial shot, but here's Lawson Krause in the midst of it. So they have a good level of on-ice security, as I like to say, and space to be able to make plays. He has some skill to him as well, but he brings a unique dimension for this Coyotes lineup.
Off the draw, Fowler has it, sends it ahead, but here's a turnover in Anaheim's end. Unfortunately, losing the handle of it was O'Brien. O'Brien will just chip it in. And then gets a quick little shot off with a little bit of traffic in front, and Stolars forced to be sharp.
Yeah, Friday night lights might become Friday night fights, the way these last two shifts have continued on. And one big part of Arizona's kind of turning of the tide here in this first period is they started the game 1 for 3 on their zone entries. They've been 5 of 5 since, courtesy of our statistician Blake. So when you're able to gain zone entries with control, it affords you options once you get into the offensive zone. You have the puck under possession. You can make your reads, try to get to your sets, and the Coyotes have done a much better job of that as this game is progressing.
That they have. So they'll have the face-off here in the attacking zone. Johan Larsson lining up to take it against Bo Gru. Off the drop. Screws down on it with the body. Larson tries to collect. Anaheim takes over in their own end, and they will lift it up and out. Batted down here at the zone. We'll have a quick whistle on it. So right now, just under the 6-minute mark, 1-0 Anaheim here in the first. So it's been a little dry in the desert over the last decade as the Coyotes have had some struggles. Playoff appearances haven't been many. And then you add on to it here, they've been through this before, these winless streaks. And this time, it's at 10 games, still looking for that first victory. But as we mentioned, it's a rebuild by design in Arizona. This offseason, very busy. 10 trades that involve 19 players, 19 draft picks, and coming up in this year's NHL entry draft, 3 first-rounders, 5 in the second round, and as we all know, Coyotes hope that it gets better, but there's nothing wrong with getting those draft lottery odds and possibly getting the top prospect, which should be Shane Wright in this year's draft.
Yeah, exactly. And as you mentioned, it was by design. I spoke to their general manager, Bill Armstrong, early, and their head coach, Andre Tourigny, as I mentioned, affectionately known, nickname is the Bear. And what they're doing is they're really trying to rebuild this culture, reshape this culture here in Arizona, and be very intentional. The values of the organization, work ethic, commitment to excellence, and that has to start through the draft. You've got to build your team through the draft. So they've been able to recoup and recapture draft picks by way of those very transactions that you just highlighted.
So Anaheim in front 1-0, but it has been all Arizona as of late. 8 straight shots. In fact, the Ducks haven't had a shot for over 5 minutes so far in this first period. Kept in here at the line by Arizona. There's a long shot, and Stolars will elect to hold.
So let's say you're a Ducks fan anywhere in the Orange County. You know your goalie's John Gibson. He's one of the best in the world. But as you see Stolars play in this game, I've been really impressed with his rebound control and why that's so difficult, especially when you don't get to play very often, Leah, when you have an ace like Gibson, if you're Stolars, is sometimes your feel, your touch isn't quite there. And I've been really impressed so far with how Stolars has played in this game. Great rebound control so far.
13 shots by the Coyotes on Stolars. So far, he has kept his net clean. Hampus Lindholm collects in his own end, sends it across ice to Getzlaf. Getzlaf will then fire it back onto the other side. But Terry was checked off the puck. Babushkin sends it down all the way to Anaheim's end, and Stolars out to meet it. Under 5 minutes to go here in the first. At center, Chychrun picks it up. Little backhand dish down below the goal line. Austin Krause sends it up top. Now it's on Chychrun's stick. They will change sides. There's a shot by Mayo. Rebound right out in front. No one there to cash for the Coyotes, and Anaheim gets it out of their own end. But once again, Chychrun with a great little play as he gets in front of that pass by Getzlaf.
As this game's gone along, Chychrun's gotten better and better, looking more like himself in this game.
And firing from the point.
Absolutely.
Multiple shots.
Not dusting it off, as we like to say, too much. Quick and decisive.
Fisher sends it across. There's a quick shot as O'Brien was going to the net, and we got a penalty on the play.
And luckily, at least for now, Stolars is okay. There was some contact. And he's now on the bench in favor of the extra attacker for the Ducks.
Delayed penalty as the Ducks will move on out and see what they can do here with the extra man. Lundestrom sends it back for Shattenkirk as he will take a look up ice. Feeling a little bit of pressure, and they will only get to center. Lettieri on it, coming up the gut. Moves into the zone, drops it off for Lundestrom. He dishes right back to Lettieri, who's now on it in the corner. Takes a big bounce by Johan Larsson, and now we will get the whistle.
Arizona's got a minor penalty for a goaltender interference.
Yeah, that one was indisputable. You heard the call courtesy of Wes McCauley, one of the best officials in the National Hockey League, and you can see here from the overhead cam, and you see that contact, and Stolars gets spun around. Fortunately, at least for now, he's okay. But 3 minutes and 20 seconds remain here on this power play. Keep an eye on Ryan Getzlaf, the captain. to maybe get a shot off here as opposed to his traditional pass-first mentality. He scored off a shot last game. Let's see if he goes shot this game again.
First power play of this game goes to Anaheim on the stick of Getzlaf. Getzlaf puts it up top. There's a shot by Drysdale, turned aside by Malka. The rebound, couldn't get it to go off the stick of Steele. Getzlaf tapping it back to Drysdale. Drysdale with some room, moving in on that open ice, and here's Getzlaf again. Layers in front. He's got Comtois camping out in front, right in that blue paint area. Drysdale sends it across to Getzlaf. Getzlaf winds, fires, doesn't get through, and the Coyotes will clear.
And there's that intended shot by Getzlaf, and had a chance to watch them this morning on their power play setup. This entire pregame skate this morning for the Ducks was all focused on power play penalty kill.
Let's remember Trevor Zegras, the power play runs through him for the Ducks. He is not in this game, so a slight adjustment there with the extra attacker for Anaheim. Vinny Lettieri has it. 2 points in 2 games since he's been called up. Shattenkirk now puts it up for Fowler to Shattenkirk. Fowler walks the line. Shattenkirk takes the shot, turned aside, rebound right in front. Loose puck, Shattenkirk manages to hold the zone. 30 seconds left on this power play for the Ducks. Fowler has it over to Shattenkirk. Shattenkirk right down low, there it is, right in front, he scores! What a dish! Sonny Milano with the goal. The Ducks are up 2-0 with the power play marker.
Perfect practice equals perfect results. And this all started for me this morning. I was literally behind the net watching them go through their sets on the power play for the pregame skate. I just mentioned it. Look at the rotation up high. And that rotation caused just a little bit of confusion for the Coyotes. And how about the little bump play by Adam Henrique, who's already on the board. Watch Henrique get this quickly and just puts it strong top hand, or bottom hand rather, does a great job guiding that over to Sonny Milano, who's been a nice revelation. An offensive player. He's thriving here in Anaheim, Sonny Milano, for head coach Dallas Eakins. So too is their power play, which is 6th in the league coming into this game, and a strike for them here early.
Sonny Milano with his 2nd of the season. Anaheim's power play 5th in the NHL, and they're tied for 2nd when it comes to power play goals. They now have 11 on the year.
Scorching right now.
Give some credit to Jeff Ward.
Will Brown.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, no question.
Brought in specifically to help with that power play. Dallas Eakins saying it's a pleasure to watch them work. But here we go with the Coyotes. Krause on the move, takes the shot. There's the rebound in front. Kept in. Krause again tries to send it across, but his pass is broken up. Under a minute left here to play in 1. Ducks up 2-0.
Big time save there on that 2-on-1. Let's mark that one. Nice stop there by Stolars.
Derek Grant working away along the boards. Now be turned the other way by the Coyotes. They'll dump it in. McCartney shovels up and along the boards to Gostisbehere. He'll send it back down. Gostisbehere sends it across. There's a long shot, ricocheted right in front of Stolars. He had to be sharp there, head on a swivel, and it's kept into the Ducks' end with just 10 seconds remaining here in the first. There's the cross-ice pass. The one-timer doesn't work out for Chychrun. But a great last attempt by the Coyotes. No quit in this first period as they are down 2-0. Adam Henrique scoring just 36 seconds into the first, and then they bookended it with under 2 minutes left. The power play goal by Mr. Milano. And with that, the Ducks are up 2-0. And we will sit and take a breath and head back to the studio.
Absolutely.
Why not?
Back to our man Arda.
Thank you very much, folks. On your Lexus First Intermission Report, the Rangers lighting the lamp against Connor and the Oilers, and the woes continue for Chicago against the Jets. We'll be right back.
And before coming to Anaheim, he broke all sorts of records in Winnipeg as a rookie with 76 goals, winning that Calder Trophy. He's won the Rocket Richard. He's won the Stanley Cup. He's won the Bill Masterson. He has done it all, and most of it was done in a Ducks sweater. And that is why we are so excited to have Teemu Selanne here with us tonight. Teemu, thank you so much for joining myself and Kevin. And I have to say, you know, here with the Ducks, you are just a legend. Your sweater is hanging in the rafters. I know you're here tonight to salute Ryan Getzlaf. What made you come all the way from across the pond to do so?
Well, obviously, Getsy's like a brother for me, and you know, we have a great journey and history together, and I'm so happy for him. What he has done for, not only for me, but the whole organization is unbelievable, and it's great to be a little part of that tonight.
That it is, and I have to say, you guys played together for nearly a decade. You were here when Getzlaf came in as a rookie. What do you remember about that fresh-faced Saskatchewan kid who came to Anaheim?
You know, I always remember when Getsy and Perry came, and I saw right away how good they are, even in that age, you know, and you know, I think I was 35 at the time, and they were probably laughing for me that I'm an old guy. Why are you still playing, you know? But I swear God, they didn't believe that they're gonna play in this same age, and now they're here and they're enjoying the hockey, and it's not the easiest thing to play in that age. So I'm very proud of Getsy and Perry.
So you're a teacher on the ice for them, but you're also a teacher back in Finland. A lot of people don't know this. You and I've talked about this, but tell the fans about you being a teacher before becoming an NHL player.
Yeah, I was a couple of years working in the kindergarten, and Getsy and Perry, I think they're pretty much same level as those kindergarten kids. And no, I'm just kidding. But you know, the thing is, I think it's been great to watch how these guys have got it in the winners, and how much they have learned over the years. And I always try to be a good example for the young guys, and not only on the ice but off the ice, because when you come in the league and as a young player, you know, there's a lot of things to learn, and every time when you can help as an older player for these young players, it's a big thing, you know. And these guys have done a great job, and now I think Getsy take a lot of pride to do same kind of work for the young players here right now. So that's awesome.
Listen, we have Formula One on ESPN, right? I love great Lewis Hamilton, Verstappen, but you are Teddy Flash. Talk to us about Teddy Flash.
Yeah, you know what? When I was like a 19, 20, I started racing rally cars, and you know, I didn't want to tell anybody, especially the Winnipeg people and Anaheim people, that I'm racing cars.
Yeah.
So I came with this nickname, actually like Teddy Flash, that nobody would know that I've raced, but that didn't work very well. But rally car racing was my big hobby, and you know, right now when I look back, I was probably a little crazy that I took a lot of risk, but at the time you don't think about it, that something could happen, and right now I could not do it anymore.
Speed on the ice, speed off the ice, right?
That is right. He's the finish last for a reason. Teemu Selanne, we thank you so much, sir, for joining us, and please enjoy your time here in Anaheim, as you always do, I'm sure.
Thank you.
We are off and running here in the second period. Just a few seconds in, the Ducks up 2-0 to the delight of Mr. Selanne, I'm sure. Ryan Getzlaf factoring in on the first goal. He's now got 4 points in his last 2 games as he marches towards that 1,000-point mark. Getzlaf has it on his stick, sends it across ice to Fowler. Fowler puts it down low. Now it's worked right in front and taking a tumble is Henrique, as he's knocked down.
Alert save by Vejmelka as well. When you don't have anything, put pucks to the net. You can't go wrong. We're here joined by one of the best goal scorers of all time, Teemu Selanne, here in studio. You don't leave shots on the table. Here's another look. You don't have a better play. Put that toward the net. Nicely defended by Chychrun. Watch Henrique. He's trying to get a deflection, but an alert glove by Vejmelka. Nice save.
That it is. I'm just up here taking a selfie with Selanne standing beside me. Don't mind me.
Royalty.
I'll get back to my. I will get.
Royalty.
Listen, I'm a Manitoba girl. We all know what he did in Winnipeg.
No doubt.
On the stick of Lindholm, takes the long shot. It's high and hits the mesh. We'll get a whistle.
And thank you so much, Teemu, for joining us. We appreciate you. And it's great that we were able to have him for you awesome hockey fans that are tuned in watching ESPN Plus. No matter who you are fans of, he certainly is one of the best players of all time and best Finnish player of all time, of course. And he's one of the forefathers that put California hockey on the map. Him, the great Luc Robitaille, the great Wayne Gretzky, Rob Blake. I mean, there's a whole host of them that have done such an amazing job of helping grow our game for girls and boys from grassroots to college all the way up to the National Hockey League. So huge props to him for everything he's done and everything he means to our game and continues to mean.
Yes, there aren't a lot of people who probably thought that Jari Kurri would ever be outscored as a Finnish player, but Selanne did just that. Ducks continue to work away here in Arizona's end. Comes across to Mahura. Mahura with a long shot blocked in front.
That's Lyubushkin, I believe, that got that block, extended his knee. Nicely done.
That'll be the 8th block of the game for Arizona. They're playing, Kevin, with that type of desperation of a team that, hey, hasn't won yet this season.
No question. And you need that in this league. And even though you're down 2 on the road, they did some good things. They outshot Anaheim in the first period.
Making his way in is Dineen. He takes the shot, turned aside by Stolarz. There's for the wraparound right in front, but they can't get it to go. But Dineen shovels it back. There's another shot by Stralman, pinching in, but what a fury there by Arizona. Ducks now down in Arizona's end. The fans here were looking for a penalty on that play.
Pace of the game just opened up nicely there. Beautiful saves in succession by Stoli, the goalie. We know the great Olaf Kolzig from his time in the Washington Capitals, who goes by Oli the goalie, but we now have Stoli the goalie for the Ducks, who's been outstanding so far to start this game.
That he has. 18 saves thus far. The battle along the board. Loose puck. Drysdale sends it ahead. Anaheim will get it out of their zone. Milano's on it. He drops it back for Lundestrom. He's in on it, trying to cut in. Drops it back. That pass was intercepted.
The NHL's newest franchise.
The Kraken on the boards. Right place, right time. Release the Kraken!
And here's another look at that save sequence for Stolarz. Watch as he starts on the right. Nice blocker save. Goes back to the right post. Recovery to the left post. Nice job staying down low and tracking across laterally. Good save sequence by him.
McCartney tries to bang it off the boards. He's getting a little support there by Larson, and now they will send it around to the other side. Kessel is on it in neutral territory. Back on the puck, now sent down by Dyson Mayo. Jacob Chychrun back with it in his own end. He's being harassed by Sam Carrick, so he'll send it across. Kessel at the line tries to make the move. It bounces off his stick, but they will recover.
Nice handle there. Great handle. Quick up by Stolarz to Cam Fowler. Alleviate that pressure. Nicely executed.
Lyubushkin back to get it. He has support by Dineen, who puts it up along the boards. Yashkin creates the turnover. Here's Henrique, drops back for Getzlaf. Getzlaf, his shot goes into the skates of Yashkin, making up for the turnover.
Fraction quicker for Getzlaf on that shot. Just a hair quicker.
Getzlaf tries to send it across. Now on the stick of Lyubushkin, who will look up ice and sends it, but once again, Henrique with the stick on it, and they will enter the zone. It's Terry. Well, bounced off the puck. Arizona begins out. Just over 4 minutes gone here in this second period. 2-0 for Anaheim. Mahura takes it in, taking a look, puts it on net.
Nice alert blocker save. Good rebound control, too, by Vejmelka. Off the blocker, directing that out of harm's way.
Chychrun weaves his way in. Long shot, ricochets around the boards, and it can't be held in at the point.
Krause had a beat on that glove side. He saw little daylight as a lefty on his strong side, just unable to connect.
Lawson Krause on it. He sends it ahead, and Beagle will put this one down below the goal line. Drysdale back on it for the Ducks. Beagle tries to get the shot off. It's intercepted by Lindholm. Battle along the board, and the Ducks will control in their own end and send it out.
Huge area of improvement for the Ducks is their ability to defend through the middle. And speaking of the coaching staff, it's light years ahead in terms of improvement than where it was last year. Much more commitment to the defensive side, and that's been a big part of their success to this point in the season.
Chychrun will meet up with Milano. He sends it around to the near side. Milano dishes right out in front, and there's a shot, but it was blocked in front by Chychrun, and that was a great assist to Vejmelka there.
No question.
Here comes Fowler dancing in on the line, but we'll have a whistle. Offside at Arizona's blue.
Here's another look at that previous scoring chance. As you see, Cam Fowler having some words for the official, but nice job down low once again, which Anaheim has done an outstanding job of using that goal line, playing from the dots down, creating some confusion. And look at that pass by Milano. Strong bottom hand, puts it right out. And Lundstrom's able to get good wood, but outstanding block by Jacob Chychrun.
Face off just outside Arizona's end. Larson going up against Grew. Off the draw. Won by Grew, and Fowler will rifle this one in. Cross ice pass. Manson's on it for the Ducks. He'll send it around the boards right behind the net for Derek Grant, who dishes off to Bo Grew. He's taken down. Arizona on the way out. Here's Kessel. He drops it back, but they're both checked off the puck, and now it's loose for Fowler. Fowler taken down, and we have a penalty on the play coming up against Arizona.
And you see, that's how sometimes one mistake can compound into 2 or 3. In this case, the giveaway by Kessel ultimately leads to this penalty.
So Larson will sit for 2, and Anaheim's going back on the power play here in the second.
And here's a look at tonight's coaching insights provided by SAP. You can take a look at the contrast between that power play and what we saw last season for the Ducks versus this year. They're currently in 5th, including a power play goal here tonight, and they had 2 last game against the New Jersey Devils as well. So a big area of improvement for Dallas Eakins, and if you are a Ducks fan, you're loving what you're seeing every time your team is on the man advantage.
On that advantage for the second time in this game, 1-for-1, a goal from Milano to make it 2-0 for the Ducks. See what they can do here on this power play. Down in the corner up top to Drysdale. Drysdale takes it with some move, takes the shot, just off the mark. Arizona banging it off the boards, will get their clear. Drysdale brings it in. He drops it off. Comtois tries to put it up to the point, but he's checked off the puck. And here's Beagle.
Jay Beagle, such a central figure to the bottom 6 forward group of the Washington Capitals when they won their Stanley Cup. Key face-offs, key in the penalty kill. And you see some of that veteran instinct and responsibility by him there.
A minute gone in the power play.
Job by Steele to nullify that potential pass by Clayton Keller. As you see Keller dancing, tons of offensive skill. One of the many St. Louis area kids in the NHL right now is Clayton Keller.
Arizona doing well on this kill. The Ducks have not had really any possession time and unable to get the shots in that they need to convert. 30 seconds remain. Fowler moves it in, drops it off. Little chip and chase, and Fowler's got it and sends it around to Vinny Lettieri. Milano. He's on it now. Lettieri back up top. Henrique with the goal here today. Cross ice pass. There's the quick shot. Vejmelka will elect to hold.
And it's all about options on the power play, and I would love to see Vinny Lettieri as a right-hand shot on the left side. Shoot this puck. He doesn't, unselfishly, and that leads to the shot opportunity by Shattenkirk and a big-time save there by Vejmelka, who's been excellent once again. I think the Arizona Coyotes have found themselves a goalie in this Vejmelka. I really do. Coming out of the Czech League, he's 25 years old, good size, and he's been very impressive so far for me to this point in the season, and more importantly, to their coaching staff and management.
There's another quick shot. Vejmelka will glove it down.
And I'll just point it to you, Lee, off camera. And anytime you see a goalie confident in their glove at any level that he or she or they play at, you know that they're feeling their game. And I got to tell you, it controls the game, because when you control the puck, consequently by making glove saves, you put your team in control.
I sometimes think they're just showing off.
That too.
You know,
that too.
why not?
That's
Give
a
it some
byproduct,
confidence.
though.
You've got to get that confidence,
We're
right?
in the entertainment business, of course. No better feeling as a goalie than making a glove save.
2 shots on that power play by the Ducks. We're back to even strength. Larson is out of the box, refreshed, chasing down the puck. Play continues on here in Anaheim's end. Along the far wall, the puck will now come all the way around. Strawman couldn't hold it in at the line. Keller's back to collect. He has Milano on him, and Milano almost there with a sneaky steal. We're right back up into Anaheim's end. Payton on his knees, loses the handle, and here we go. Hang on, folks. Shot, though, from Shattenkirk was wide. Little surprised to see that. The defenseman has been straight fire this season. Leads all D-men in the NHL in points.
That could have been Kevin Shattenkirk that misfired on that one.
I'm wrong. I've been wrong
He's been
before,
so
but...
good, to your point. A rare miscue by him. He's having himself a tremendous season, though, nonetheless.
Puck ricochets around the boards. Isaac Lundestrom is on it. Had a shorthanded goal against the New Jersey Devils. He's on a 5-game point streak, and there's a shot by Terry, and Vejmelka will save.
Nice stop by Vejmelka. And a glorious opportunity. Glorious breakaway. Uncontested, I might add. Uncontested breakaway. Good job by Kevin Shattenkirk, who forces the turnover on the youngster Hayton. Coming in, right-hand shot. He's got all types of time, and he just misfires. And by the way, Vejmelka looked like a goalie in super checks. He didn't even go down. But he's a big goalie, as Vejmelka, 6'3", 225. And here's a look at what Vejmelka's looking at. Kevin Shattenkirk's a righty, but remember, this is a different look because Vejmelka's a southpaw as well.
Great
that can
point.
throw shooters off a little bit. Very seldom do you see southpaws in the NHL, so a little bit of a different look there for him.
Absolutely. Lindholm back to get it in his own end. Nearing the halfway mark here in the second period. Grant chases it. There it is, right in front. Oh my! Derek Grant connecting right in front with Sam Carrick, and just like that, the Ducks are up 3-0.
I'm going to take you a little deeper inside of the detail here.
Love it.
And it's number 38, Derek Grant, out of Abbotsford, BC, who does an incredible job. Look at that Ducks fan on his feet with the original. We got to get back to those. Watch this play as we go deeper. You see the cross? Watch his hands. See the way he adjusts his hands? He chokes up like he's holding a baseball bat to be able to adjust to that pass. That is the key to this play for me. The cross-ice pass, sure, but his ability, here on the right of your screen, the way he chokes up to be able to adjust to that pass because he was on his strong side. Beautiful little subtle detail. A player by the name of Tobias Enstrom used to do that, if you remember, during his time with the Jets. And it's a really subtle skill to adjust your hands on your stick to be able to receive a pass that otherwise would jam you and put you in a bad spot. Great play there by Grant.
Carrick's second of the season. And we got to give a little, oh, here's Bo Gruhl. Tries almost the exact same right there, looking for that centering class and the redirect. Couldn't get it to go. But we do want to give Derek Grant credit because that Isaac Lundestrom shorthanded goal against New Jersey in their last victory, he really was the workhorse on it, and that dished it out to Lundestrom to convert off the backhand. But he's been playing sensational here on both sides of the puck for the Ducks. And nothing better than when your fourth line is chipping in.
Yeah, exactly. And listen, at the end of the day, if you want to have success at any and every level, you need a 4-line squad. And you see the teams that go deep in the Stanley Cup playoffs, 4 lines. 4 lines.
So under 10 to play here in the second period. The Ducks are cruising up 3-0 over Arizona. Fowler back at his own end and sends it up for the captain. Getzlaf at the center line will dish off back to Fowler. Fowler, the defenseman, trying to weave in. He gets knocked off the puck.
Such a smooth skater as Cam Fowler. Gorgeous skater.
And he's been that way since his junior days with the Windsor Spitfire. Even in junior, he had that. There it is right in front. But a nice play there.
And I'm glad you mentioned that because sometimes people are like, oh, why do you say where kids played and where these players played? Because it's a huge part of their progression. That's why. And you speak to anybody in this league, they never forget where they come from.
Vejmelka will elect to hold. as that shot came off the stick of Max Comtois. Well, it's all Ducks here. They are currently in control as they're up 3-0 in the second. Now it's time for tonight's game recap, brought to you by Progressive.
And a big part of why the Coyotes are out shooting the Anaheim Ducks at this point is shots by defensemen. Nice little interchange up top by Mayo and Jacob Chychrun, their young star defenseman. Generates a shot opportunity. Get a little recovery, back to the point. Here's Labushkin once again. Gets on his horse. Little shot, 70 mile per hour, a little off speed, but that's been a big part of their shots they've been able to generate in offense. And to this point, Anthony Stolarz standing very tall in net for the Ducks.
That he is, 19 saves thus far. As Arizona continues to be out shooting Anaheim. Even though Anaheim has had 2 power plays in this game. Chychrun meets it up, sends it back down below the goal line. Lindholm's in on it. Keeps it in the zone here for the Ducks. Dyson Mayo out to get it and sends it ahead. We'll have a quick whistle as it's redirected out. Face-off will be in Arizona's end.
Look at youngster Dyson Mayo. We spoke to head coach Tourigny about him today and was just talking about how much he's impressed them and being able to earn minutes here as a young player. And that's always so important. He's playing on that top pair alongside Jacob Chychrun. And that's been really impressive. Coach Tourigny, they're on the wrong side of the scoreboard. The Ducks have been dominant in this game by way of converting on their chances, but it hasn't been for a lack of effort. To the credit of the Coyotes, even though they're down 3, they're still playing hard, which is tough to do as a young team.
Absolutely, and Mayo, to your point, there's a quick shot. Melka with the save, but Mayo's leading them right now in time on ice. He's already got 11.5. Hockey is one of the fastest games in the world. We know that. There's nothing better than being at ice level for the speed and those sounds of the game. So we're going to give that to you right now. Here is The Rush.
And every sport has its own soundtrack. You know, for us, you can hear the skates, the sticks, the physicality, the glass, and here's Clayton Keller getting, the teeth too, getting tended to by the medical staff as he ends up taking this puck. It'll ramp up his stick here, off his own stick actually, into his lip. And remember, like Patrick Kane and Matthew Tkachuk, he's one of these players that chews on his mouth guard. So he's getting a little bit of repair. Let's hope he's going to be okay. He's under the watch of the medical staff.
It's those kind of fun facts, Kevin, is why I'm so glad to be standing beside you, as I did not know that he was a chomper on the old mouth guard.
Thank you.
Love it.
Yeah, he's a chomper. And I don't know who did it first, him or the Tkachuk brothers, because they're all from St. Louis as well.
Anaheim trying to work their way in here. 6.5 left to go in the middle frame. There's the wraparound attempt by Bo Grew, but Vejmelka, he's holding on. Grew had his arms up there like he thought they scored, and ho-ho! Friday night, maybe it is time to fight.
Fans slapping the glass, getting those fingerprints up on the glass, but I love the fact that the physical temperature has been turned up in this game. You like to see the competitive spirit for both teams. Neither team backing down, shying away. And you take a look at O'Brien with that mane that he's got going right now in the beard. Nice to see him getting involved physically. Some nice saves though by Vejmelka on that offering. He made 2 saves in succession as well as the Ducks gain zone entry. And you'll see a little clipping. And Vejmelka has to push from his left to his right. Does a nice job sealing that near short side post. And then some greetings cards are exchanged by some of their, there. Bam, now it's going to start here. Here's one, a little pushback, O'Brien in comes Roussel, who's been known to provide some sandpaper.
And we're back to work. Shattenkirk back in his own end, sends it ahead. Nick Deslauriers will just chip it in with a quick whistle. Bring it just outside for the face-off.
And speaking of that physicality, by having Deslauriers in that lineup, something that was very intentional from head coach Dallas Eakins said, hey, we need Dez out there. Dez is beloved in our room. He's tough, he's abrasive, he can skate and make plays, and he creates some space and protection for our skilled players as well in our group.
Mayo sends that one ahead, long lead pass, trying to hit Jay Beagle. Didn't quite make the connection, and now it's back into neutral territory. Mahura skates it in. He's knocked off the puck. Chychrun reverses. He'll send it up. And here's Kraus. Kraus making his way in, trying to cut, looking for a trailer. Can't get the pass off.
Every time I see Lawson Kraus on the ice, he's generating something.
Looks like we're going to have a penalty on the play here for a hook.
Anaheim 20, 2 minutes to hooking.
And there we have it. With that, Arizona will get their first attempt on the power play when we return.
Oilers battle. It was 4-1 New York, but look at the score, and Jesse Puljujarvi will get his second of the night right here. We got a tie game. Back to Leah and Kevin.
Wow. Tie came up in Edmonton on Kevin Lowe night. Nice.
Arizona on the power play as Nick Deslauriers will sit for two. The Coyotes' first power play opportunity of the game.
And you know we're always scoreboard watching. You were doing it earlier. You were mentioning you want to see if Connor McDavid has his streak intact.
I wanted to see if he was keeping pace with Troy Terry here in Anaheim.
Exactly, exactly. But that is a special night for Kevin Lowe, who won the Stanley Cup as both a Ranger and, of course, multiple with the Oilers. So congrats to him on his special night. And here at Arda and Coach Tortorella and Ricky D talking about it. So that's made that game more enjoyable up there.
Derek Grant harassing Phil Kessel at the center line as Arizona looks to get something set up here on the power play with nearly a minute gone with the extra man. Keller. He's knocked off the puck by Lundestrom. Anaheim will get new killers on the ice. Arizona moves in. Jacob Chychrun will just give a chip and chase. He's bumped up by Manson. Loose puck now to Keller, who puts it up to the point. Gostisbehere collects, walks the line, sends it down low.
Ooh.
And we are going to have another penalty on the play. Vejmelka off to the bench for another man. Chychrun has it down low. Chychrun looking up top. Gostisbehere has some room. Chychrun. Gostisbehere shoots. Redirected aside.
Nice save there by Stolarz too. That was labeled top blocker shelf.
There's the long shot from the point. Doesn't get through. Keller has it now. Keller sends it down low. Back to the stick of Keller. Sends it back up top. Here's Chychrun. Keller sends it across. Chychrun's on it, takes the shot. Now it's in the high slot, and we will get the whistle finally on the delayed penalty.
Finally. And keep in mind that was a 6-on-4, so it essentially was a two-man advantage in the absence of Vejmelka, who was on the bench. And now they'll get another power play opportunity here
Number 50 Anaheim, minor penalty for high sticking.
For the Coyotes. So this is exactly what the doctor ordered. If you're a Coyote fan, you're on the road, you're down 3, but you got another power play opportunity. Alex Tournier, head coach, has to feel good about it. Watch Gostisbehere's skating ability. He freezes. He does a nice job of using that lateral speed. And by freezing Gru gets that stick up on him. He draws that power play. Let's see what the Coyotes can cook up.
You know, and how about this? Dineen, in his first NHL game, is out there on the ice for this power play, number 54.
They were talking about how impressive he's been at the AHL level so far to start this season. So nice to see them putting him in a situation to succeed early.
Kristen Fisher brings it ahead, sends it over to Dineen, who will send it down. Stolars is out to play it. Rattles it around the boards, and the Ducks will get a clear.
There's the advantage of goalies that can handle the puck. Great play by Stolars, good read. Helps them not only get the zone cleared, but also get some fresh troops on the ice as well for the Ducks.
Dineen begins out. Drops it back for Fisher, who will send it in, but it will be quickly sent out. A minute gone in this power play.
Double checking to see if that one had ramped off of a stick or not. It's Lawson Krause, you could tell by his reaction there, but still a minute to go on this power play opportunity for the Arizona Coyotes. And there's a look at Stolars, who's been tremendous so far, stopping all 20 that he's seen to this point. Face-off now will come out to center ice. So a minute of power play opportunity here to work with for the Coyotes. Still a good time to get a zone entry, get a setup, and run some plays.
Face-off from center, back down to Arizona's end on the stick of Gostisbehere. Gostisbehere collecting speed, or trying to through the neutral zone, drops it back for Kessel as they advance the puck into Anaheim's end.
And what's amazing about Phil Kessel, not only did he win the 2 Stanley Cups back-to-back in Pittsburgh, but played over 1,100 games in this league, and one of the Iron Men as well in terms of longevity in his consecutive games played streak. And of course, his sister Amanda is an outstanding player for Team USA in the women's game as well, in the national team. So he continues to bring speed and pace, just hasn't been able to get off the schneid so far this season.
Kessel 911 games dating back now to November of 09, of the dying seconds of this power play. It's the second longest active streak for games consecutively played. No shots on that power play for Arizona.
Squandered opportunity.
Absolutely. A minute and a half left here in the middle frame. The Ducks up 3-0 over Arizona. Arizona with some glorious power play opportunities, unable to convert. And here's Lindholm on it, and he'll bounce it off, and away they go.
Those are signs of inexperience, too, because you have to play situationally.
And we're going to have another penalty here, Kevin.
Yeah, it's coming in behind the play. And here comes the call. And you can see, actually, here it is. Yeah, it's tripping. See, and that's what another sign to my last point about inexperience. You're Arizona, you're on the road, you're down 3. The game's within reach. You just have 2 consecutive power plays, and you can't take a penalty 195 feet from your net. You simply can't, especially a veteran player like Jay Beagle, a veteroni, as I like to say, who's been in the league, who's won a cup. It's just a penalty you can't take there.
Third power play for Anaheim. They're 1 for 2. Drysdale at the line, sends it across to Terry. Terry, little drop to Getzlaf. Sends it cross ice, and now back up top to Drysdale. Drysdale down low now, right out in front. There's a quick shot, bangs off the boards hard, and will exit the zone. Under a minute left here to play in the second.
Don't be surprised if Getzlaf gets a one-timer here. Sitting in that pocket on his off wing, the left side of the right-hand shot.
Getzlaf is on it. Terry puts it up top. Drysdale back to Getzlaf. Getzlaf has time. He'll take a look. Now down low. Getzlaf back up to Drysdale. He mishandles the puck, but keeps it in.
Nice read by Lawson Krause to nullify that potential one-timer for Getzlaf.
Dying seconds. Getzlaf pass is intercepted. Back to Getzlaf. Getzlaf taking a look up top. Drysdale, there's the one-timer by the side of the net, but it's just wide, and with that, the horn will sound. Well,
nice
there you go.
For them there, Leah. No, some nice opportunities for them.
Absolutely, and when they start the third period, they will still have 51 seconds of power play time, and they lead this game by a score of 3-0 over Arizona, who only had one shot in the final 11 minutes. So let's head back to Arda to see what the boys have to say in the studio.
Thank you very much, Leah. Coming up on the Discover Second Intermission Report, the Oilers and Rangers will look in for a very wild game indeed.
But not many. You're on a first-come, first-served basis. If you'd like to purchase one or more, scan that QR code right there.
Back at Honda Center for the third period between the Ducks and Coyotes. Leah Hextall alongside Kevin Weeks, and it's all Ducks right now, Kevin. 3-0. They are currently leading Arizona. And you know, for an Anaheim Ducks team that couldn't score last season, they are straight fire right now, over 3 goals per game in the last 3 games.
They're buzzing. They're certainly buzzing right now, and much to the delight of their fans. Of course, their head coach, Dallas Eakins. We're going to show you a little snippet as to why. Get in, work the puck down low, little quick jam play to the net. Not a big deal. Adam Henrique on the board short side. This time it gets in the hands of Kevin Shattenkirk, who's having a monster year. Great pass by Henrique. Finds Sonny Milano on the back door. Now watch Derek Grant here. See the way he adjusts his hands on the left side of your screen? That enables him to skate into this one on the strong side, get that pass to the middle, and then the deflected goal. You can see the Anaheim Ducks at this point have outscored their opponents 11-2 over the last 8 periods. That is dominant with a capital D.
That it is. And they will start this third period on the power play. Jay Beagle is in the box. 51 seconds of power play time for the Ducks to work with. It's their third power play of this game. They are currently 1 for 2.
And I mentioned a little bit earlier, part of the reason this power play seems in such great sync is the new assistant coaches that have been added for the Ducks that have really helped and made this a key area of emphasis. And also this morning, pregame skate was all power play penalty kill. It was all special teams. And you can see to this point the cohesion that they have. Their reads off of one another, their timing, their spacing as they get into their routes.
That it is. Vinny Lettieri up the ice, gains his own, drops it for Shattenkirk. Held in at the line by Fowler, cross ice. Here's Henrique. Henrique takes the shot, blocked right in front, and Arizona will clear.
Outstanding block. That had a lot of heat on it, that opportunity. And a great block there.
Beagle is out of the bin. He will head off, and we're back to even strength.
That was Dyson Mayo with that block. Outstanding.
Getzlaf back to get it. He puts it right out in front of the high slot. There's the shot by Lindholm. It's turned aside.
Got to credit to a nice stop there by Vejmelka for coming out and challenging there, Leah, taking away the angle. Very aggressive by Vejmelka. Nice stop too.
Puck set down into Arizona's end. Anton Strawman back to collect. Clayton Keller heads to the red, drops it back for Gostisbehere as they try to get through neutral ice.
Gostisbehere was so good in college hockey at Union, and then coming in, he took the NHL by storm with the Philadelphia Flyers. Skilled, some injuries have derailed him a little bit, but he's got a ton of skill. Outstanding skater, good offensive defenseman, getting a nice opportunity for extended minutes here in Arizona.
Puck is quickly dumped right back into Arizona's end. So we have a whistle on the play.
NHLShop.com, the official online store of the NHL and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NHL fan gear. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com, a Fanatics experience.
Arizona in the attacking zone, still looking for their first goal of this game. Off the draw, pops out right in front. And Stolars will just cover calmly.
Exactly. And one thing that Arizona's done well at different points in this game is generate opportunities off the cycle, down low. And sometimes they'll go back to the point, but they're typically generated from the cycle. They're not an off-the-rush team per se. They have to get a little bit more industrial, a little more blue-collar, as a lot of coaches and players like to say. Let's see if they can incorporate a bit more of that into their third period here.
Larson going up against Getzlaf. Puck pops out, now to the point for Dineen. Dineen with a long shot, traffic in front, there's the rebound, and Dineen will pinch in to grab it. Dineen with a shot just off the side of the net.
Josh Vanson's in a world of pain, number 42 for Anaheim, finally able to find his legs, but he's still doubled over a little bit. Just gutting this out after blocking that shot.
Yashkin has it, puts it up top. Babushkin drops it back. Larson will send it down along the boards. And now Troy Taylor will skate it out for the Ducks. Terry in alone. Deneen seals him along the boards. Clear all the way down to Anaheim's end. And with that, we'll have an icing and we'll bring it back.
And here's another look at that block shot for Manson, who's getting tended to. He too is a second generational NHLer. His dad played in the league a long time, and you see him take that one right in the midsection. Can't tell if it's mid or lower midsection. Either way, super painful, but nice to see him okay and up on his feet as he's getting tended to, trying to indicate to the medical staff where in fact he blocked that shot. Looked like it might have been the abdomen, but more importantly, Leah, we're happy he's okay.
Off the draw, puck goes up top. Turned aside by Vejmelka. Babushkin sends it ahead. Yashkin will get it out of Arizona's end. Mahura is back to chase, and once again we'll have a whistle and we'll bring it back. And Arda, what do you have for us?
Oh, I have an absolutely disgusting Connor McDavid goal. What else, Rick and Torts? My goodness.
Uh-oh, here he comes.
Here he comes. Come on. Right, that's
the entire
unfair.
team. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
That's a 5-5 game on Kevin Lowe night, by the way. Of course they're playing like the 80s.
So Terry does not stand alone when it comes to the active point streaks in the NHL. You know that McDavid was going to get in on it. He thought, I can do better. So they're both at 10 games now.
I don't know what McDonald's is doing. They need to come out with a new burger called the McDavid. And they got to do it fast. It's got to be rapid and come out in under 25 seconds to match his speed on the ice. Who's
Kevin,
with me?
I tell you, that creativity of yours.
You with me? Where's our sales department? I know they're amazing, but putting it out there.
The McDavid.
You like it?
It has to be a triple stack burger because he scores and that's all he does for the Hattie, right?
I'm down with that. I'm down with that. And as they make it, it has to be made within 25 to 30 seconds. Just to match his speed, as I said. Looks like this face-off's coming back to center ice in 16 minutes and 27 seconds remaining here in the third. There's a look at Troy Terry. Plays college hockey at Denver U for the Pioneers. Outstanding college hockey career. It's great in the World Juniors too for Team USA. And nice to see, as you alluded to the other night, him become so productive. Both yourself and Linda Cohn were talking about it last game and riding this point streak into this game as well. He's been awesome. A breakout player, really, in the National Hockey League this year for the Ducks.
Absolutely, and him and Getzlaf has truly found a connection here. If one of them scoring, it's likely the other's assisting on it.
Well said. Sometimes you just click with different players. You just have that synergy. Reading each other from a synergy standpoint, your timing, your spacing, just clicks.
Turnover here in the Ducks' end. Krause is on it. He's got company in Drysdale. Lundstrom's also on him now. He'll bat at the loose puck. Krause puts it ahead. Fisher's on it. Fisher fires it back down low, and it goes all the way around the boards where it's met up by O'Brien. Ducks will get the clear into neutral ice. Milano gives chase to it against Gossespierre. And here's O'Brien with a little bit of a spin move, and now he'll send it down low. I thought he was figure skating there for a moment. Back up top.
I like his physicality too.
Gossespierre with the blast. It's blocked in front by Lindholm, and right there on net for Stolars, and he's hugging his pipe, and he will hold. And
I just said I love his physicality. It's Friday night fights. Loving it.
And let's remember, these two teams, division rivals for a very long time over in the Pacific. Yes, Arizona's now in the Central, but they have had a steady diet of each other over a very long time.
No question. And coming into this game, the historical matchup in the last 8 games is Arizona's played very well against Anaheim. They really have.
O'Brien and Manson.
Manson's so tough. So too is that. See, Manson saying, come on.
Let's do this. Let it buck, they're saying.
Yeah. I'd love to see Manson and O'Brien, but here's another thing too, just away from your line of sight, is Max Comtois, who struggled this year. He had an awesome season for them last year, and you know, if you're head coach Dallas Eakins, you're saying, okay, Commer, listen, you're not playing your game in terms of productivity, but I like that you're in the battle here. Leah's the point.
Yeah, Max Comtois led them in scoring last season with 33 points. No points yet on this year.
And a very skilled player in Comtois too, but as you see the refs gather around head ref number 4, Wes McCauley. They're trying to sort this out. To the assistant on the right, Andrew Ladd.
Manson
and they're
and
still
Alliance
going.
still chat.
I love it. They're still
chat.
going. This has a little WWE to it, a little UFC maybe to it. I love it. You know what Brian looks like with that beard and that hair right now?
Who?
A little bit like Braden Holtby when he has the long hair and the beard.
All right.
Yeah, I can see it. And see, we're taking you fans inside the game. This is a gamesmanship. And for as much as you see the players and are amazing athletes, but it's a lot of the chirping and the things that they'll say back and forth to one another. And I'm sure a lot of you fans that are maybe playing adult rec league, women's league, or men's league right now, you see these players do it and then you replicate that too. So here's a look at Manson as he tries to gather his gear. Here's a look at what started this whole thing. The real kind of genesis of it all. There's a battle in front. Now there's a little battle off to the side. Okay, now that starts behind the net, and that kicks it off. Sam Steele, who drew into this lineup, number 23 in orange, for Trevor Zegras, saying, hey, I want to make my presence felt in this game, coach. I want you to see that I'm dialed in. Love this for both teams, though, for different reasons.
So they figured it out here, and we are going to have 4-on-4.
More time and space to make plays.
Gostisbehere sends it across. Strawman sends it down to Keller. Keller's trying to weave around, and the puck will head out into Arizona's end.
And it becomes a much more possession-dominant game now that it's 4-on-4. Nice job by Keller adjusting to that pass, too.
Keller tries to make a move. That he does, drops it back. Strawman dishes it off, and now it's on the just far of Phil Kessel's stick. Troy Terry brings it up ice for the Ducks. He moves in, tries to get the shot off. He's held up. Hayton collects. Dineen on the move. The defenseman inside the line. Dineen now down low. Sends it around the boards. Drysdale tries for the cross ice pass, can't get it. Dineen has it on his stick.
Both Dineen's parents in attendance here too from New Jersey.
The young man showing very well right now, and here it is. Krause tries for the wraparound, can't get it to go. Now puts it up top for Gostisbehere. Krause taking a look, puts it right back. Gostisbehere with the move, trying to weave his way.
Great example of that possession that we talked about on 4-on-4.
And here's Krause again, wheeling around. He'll check up. Drops it back for Gostisbehere. Krause, he fires. Stolarz gets a little piece of it. With that glove again, Kev.
It's been excellent.
Ducks.
Been excellent.
Dying seconds of this 4-on-4. Gostisbehere back in his own end. We will head to even strength. Larson just chips it up, and it's going to be chased down by Antoine Roussel, but he blows a boot, and Mahar is allowed to just get on it and weaves his way up here along the sideboard. Sam Steele knocked off the puck. Mahura heads it in.
Clean play. Clean zone exit by Anton Strawman, the veteran.
Here comes Larson. Sends it across. There's the quick shot by Lyubushkin, but wow, right off the iron.
Stolarz didn't even see that. That was an absolute laser.
Now right at the side of the net, they try to jam it home. The rebound in front, though, is collected and cleared. Held in at the line. We have a whistle on the play.
It's indeed a high stick. Here we go. A little action.
And
That's Ben McCartney. Yeah, out of Situate, Massachusetts. The home of so many NHLers, including Connor Garland. And watch Max Comtois. This is some frustration that bubbled over for him. You just pointed out, he led them in scoring last year. And I got to tell you, though, if you're a Ducks fan, you love seeing this. Because even though he's not scoring and he hasn't been productive offensively, it's been a trying start to the season. The fact that he's involved, Leah, I like that. And that's going to go a long way in the dressing room and on the bench for him.
So Larson and Comtois have a few words for one another. Earmuff, kids. Earmuffs. Hockey Night is presented by New Amsterdam Vodka, the official vodka of the NHL, and we ask that you drink responsibly. So with that, we are back. It is 3-0 for the Ducks, and we've seen a bit of fireworks here in this game so far.
That fan loves it. Look at his mustachio. I love that mustachio right there that he's rocking. Johan Larsson is in the box. Major, 5 for fighting. So.
And it will be Arizona that takes the extra penalty here. So Anaheim will go on their 4th power play of the game, currently 1 for 3. Drysdale walking the line, taking a look. There's it for Getzlaf right in front. He stopped, but there's another shot, and Vejmelka with a nice kick save. Getzlaf has it back at the point. Sends it in, right off the iron. Lundestrom loses the handle of it, but now he recollects. With a little turn up top to Drysdale. Thinks about it. With room to Getzlaf. Drysdale puts it down for Lundstrom. He takes the shot. Vejmelka was there all the way.
Good read by Vejmelka. Nice butterfly slide into that save.
Drysdale to Lundestrom. Lundestrom right down low, right in the paint. Can't quite get the shot off. Now back up top to Drysdale. Lundstrom looking for that cross ice to Getzlaf. Little bit of an active stick. They don't quite connect clean. Drysdale is on it. They continue to work. Here's Terry. Terry tries to take the shot. Another block shot, and Beagle will clear it.
So coaches will always say you have to outwork. Your power play has to outwork the penalty kill of the opposition. That's certainly been the case as it was there as that last minute and change for the top unit of Anaheim. Good job winning races, quick passes, and retrievals.
30 seconds left on the power play for the Ducks. They continue to work away. Cross ice to Shattenkirk. Shattenkirk up top to Fowler, puts it down. On the stick of Shattenkirk through the seam pass. Now back to Fowler. He takes the shot. It's once again blocked. Little drop. Now it's down low. Right below the goal line with some time and space. But an errant pass.
I know what he was thinking there. He thought that D was still up top looking for that one-timer.
Anaheim with 2 shots on that power play. We are back to even strength. At the halfway mark here in the thirds. The home side up 3-0. Stolarz out to collect. Once again playing that puck. Up to Sonny Milano, but he's got company.
Nice play by Cam Dineen there, too. Sorry, Leah. Nice play. Nice play by Cam Dineen. I've been I'm not sure if he's caught your eye, but I've been really impressed with him so far. He looks very composed here in his NHL debut.
Not only composed, but also out there in great opportunities. There's a shot by Carrick. It's just wide. A lot of trust from the coaching staff, giving him ample opportunities. Power play time out there on the PK, important moments.
And that's big. You want coaches to put you in a position to succeed based on your style of play. Gone are the years that you take a skilled person and put them on the 3rd pair if they're D or on the 4th line if they're forwards.
Keller dancing in. He had Grant on him. He'll just send it back into his own zone. Chychrun up ahead. The battle down low. Getzlaf comes away with it. Adam Henrique will lift it up and just dump it in. Troy Terry's giving chase. Now it's at the side of the net. Vejmelka forcing to hug that post. Back up top to Shattenkirk. Henrique's on it. Over to Shattenkirk. Nice little give and go. Here we go. Hold. Sends it across, but Getzlaf couldn't get a stick on it. Ducks continue to wheel around here. Troy Terry with a nice looking pass. It was on the backhand of Mahura. He couldn't quite get it to go.
This top line is so dominant for the Ducks. Look like the Harlem Globetrotters every time they get on the ice. Generate chance after chance.
Continuing in, there's a backhand shot by Henrique, and Vejmelka will hold. So nothing but offensive chances here for the Anaheim Ducks as they look to pad their lead in the 3rd.
Now, let's take you a little deeper inside this one. See, nice recognition there by Adam Henrique on that first goal. He gets inside body position. Vejmelka couldn't make the adjustment, but on this last offering, Vejmelka makes the adjustment by leaning the shoulder and the head into that post. Fool me once. Hey, so he says, no problem, you're not going to do it again. Nicely done by Vejmelka. Goalies have to make these adjustments, as you know. We talk about forwards and D making them, but a nice adjustment made there by Vejmelka.
Anaheim currently out shooting Arizona 27-25, which is a difference, as earlier in the game it was all Arizona in the shot department. Vejmelka has been forced to be good.
Yes.
Even though they're down 3-0, 24 saves, and they've been quality scoring opportunities by this Ducks team. Off the draw, there's a quick shot. It's just wide of the net. Fisher's on it for Arizona, sends it cross ice. Yashkin halts it at center line. A little bit of a bad break there from a ricochet off the body.
I'll take this time to also say hello to the NHL Situation Room in Toronto.
Right in front, and there's a shot by Sam Steele.
Well, they're tuned in. Stephen Hoffner, the whole crew, hockey operations, Mark Jacobson. They do an amazing job of watching and charting every single game. Industry-leading kind of resource that they have up there in Toronto for the National Hockey League to be able to oversee every game. So shout out to them. They work long hours.
Uhura comes away with it, sends it for Nick Delorier. But right now in the high slot, that shot was blocked, courtesy of Shattenkirk, and there's a foot race for it. Lettieri's on it, and Vejmelka comes out to play the puck. Nice little poke check there by the Coyotes goaltender. Coyotes coming back the other way. Little drop, there's a shot by Keller wide. Chychrun holds it in at the line. Kessel just overskates it, and now it's back out to neutral ice. 7 minutes left to play here in the third.
And it's hard to maintain your good habits when you don't necessarily see the results. Overall, the Coyotes have had some good habits in this game. They're down 3, they're on the road, less than 7 minutes remaining, but there have been some elements of their game that I've been real impressed with.
End of a 6-game road trip for the Coyotes. And one thing that Coach Tierney said to us is that even though they're not winning, they're not getting outworked. There's a 2-on-1 developing, but a great stick by Andrew Ladd. Here's Carrick dancing away. He's got a goal tonight, a great deflection. He's being sealed up along the boards. Down in the far side corner, Vejmelka hugging his post, short side. Right out in front. Couldn't get the shot off. Back up top to Manson. Drops it back for Grew, who will shovel it in on his backhand.
Quick note, too, is Roussel got a 10-minute misconduct. He's done for the night. He's gone early. So the Arizona Coyotes 1 man short in their forward core. Some more opportunities. A nice time for some of their younger players at this point.
Fowler sends it ahead. Here we go on the backhand. That's Sonny Milano. He's just wide. Kevin Shattenkirk back for the puck. Will get a whistle and bring it back.
I'm glad you mentioned Kevin Shattenkirk. He played his college hockey at that factory known as BU, Boston University, the Terriers. He's been an offensive defenseman going back to his days in college and coming into the NHL. Avalanche, St. Louis, you name it, the Rangers, wherever he's played, even Tampa on that third pair, but providing offense and winning that Stanley Cup. And he's having an outstanding season.
I assume he would have been around under the head coach of Mr. Jack Parker.
Yeah, Jack Parker, then it was Dave Quinn, and my man Jay Pandolfo is there as well as an associate coach right now. They've got a great program for both men and women in college hockey at BU.
Terry on it, sends it in for Getzlaf. Now right in front, Henrik with a great little shot there. Vejmelka forced to be sharp with that great pad save. Henrik continues to work away along the board. Now pops out in front for Terry. He takes the shot, and Vejmelka will hold. Nothing but action as these shots continue to be fired at Vejmelka. But the young rookie goaltender holding his own here in the third. Plus, the Panthers taking on the Devils, and then the tail end of that is the Kraken against the Golden Knights. And then on Wednesday, you can catch Minnesota and Arizona over on TNT. Just over 5 minutes left here in the third period. The Ducks up 3-0 over the Coyotes. Anaheim continues to work away in Arizona's end. Coyotes have no shots in the last 7+ minutes. Right before that, they had a streak of 5. And all Ducks, as they've had 6 straight on Vejmelka, and he has been strong.
And to that point, both teams 29 shots so far for the Ducks, 25 for Arizona. But the shot attempts so far, Arizona has 39, but Anaheim 50. Make that 51 now. Shot attempts. So both goalies busy in their own right. Stolarz has been excellent. Very tidy game, very calm, very consistent, great rebound control. And Vejmelka down at the other end continues to impress me, this being his first NHL season after coming over from the Czech League.
Coming off the bench about a week and a half ago when Carter Hutton went down with a lower body injury. And so far he has owned that crease for the Coyotes.
Keep in mind that they've also picked up Scott Wedgwood off waivers from the Devils. And he already had a stint here with the Arizona Coyotes. So this could be an opportunity for Wedgwood too. I had a chance to speak to him earlier today. Watch him at pregame skate. And when you talk opportunity, Vejmelka's been excellent so far. As the veteran Carter Hutton, who's had a really good NHL career, long, great tenured, he continues to rehabilitate from his injury.
Wedgwood back with the Coyotes in 2017-18, had 20 appearances with them. At 5-9-4. New Jersey had that extra tender after Mackenzie Blackwood was activated off the IR. And odd man out going through waivers, and that's what happens with that waiver wire. Absolutely. Teams that need you, teams that want you, they're going to get you.
For sure, and also good value. It's a great value piece. It's cap friendly. You don't have to give up an asset if you're general manager Bill Armstrong or any other GM.
Arizona fires it out of their own end. Shattenkirk tries for the pass, but it's intercepted by Larson. Dineen chases it back into his own end, going D to D. Send up now to McCartney. McCartney on the move, gains the center line, weaves into the zone. There's a quick shot, but it's high and hits the end board, coming off the stick of Christian Fischer. At the point, Labushkin will fire it. It's halted up. Just under 3.5 here to go in the third.
Responsible plays by Anaheim without the puck. Well done there by them. Really good read.
Labushkin back in his own end, sends it along the boards on the near sides. Now it's ahead. On the move, here's Kessel. Kessel tries to weave his way in, gets the backhand shot off. Stolarz with the save.
Nice burst there by Phil Kessel, using his trademark speed. Usually a shooter on his forehand, but gets a little backhand there.
Led the Coyotes last season in points. He had 20 goals.
He's had an excellent NHL career. People can say what they want about Phil Kessel. I've been a fan of his since he was in Toronto with the Leafs.
The NHL's newest franchise.
The Kraken on the board. Score! Right place, right time. Release the Kraken!
And to your point, Kev, about Kessel, I mean, this is a guy, as you said, sometimes the reputation side of things is unwarranted, but this guy, what we say, 911 straight consecutive games. He's always healthy. He's always a perennial 20-goal scorer in the NHL. That is not easy to do.
Totally. Scored 30 north of 5 times. 2-time Stanley Cup champion, was unfairly maligned up in Toronto, signed that extension, wanted to stay there. And credit Jimmy Rutherford, the Pittsburgh Penguins, who made that trade. I remember talking to Jimmy, my former GM, right when he made the deal. He said he didn't even have consensus in the Pens front office, and he trusted his instincts and made that deal, and it paid off huge. You remember that HBK line for them? That HBK line was absolutely money. Hagelin, Bonino, and Kessel had 60+ points en route to that one Stanley Cup of their 2 consecutive ones. So Phil Kessel, I mean, people could say what they want. That longevity is incredible. That's tough to do in any league, in any sport.
Just over 2 minutes left here in the third period. The Ducks up 3-0. Off goals from Henrique, Milano, and Carrick. They're back on it. The Ducks will begin out with it. They send it ahead. Derek Grant in a foot race for it. He won't get there in time. We'll have a whistle and we'll bring it back for icing.
Look at Derek Grant, who made a nice play earlier, and good speed there though by the young defenseman, 61 in white, Dyson Mayo out of Victoria, BC. Some great speed by Mayo. One of their young defensemen that's getting extended minutes in this game and showing himself really well. To this point, he's played 20 minutes. Great trust in him, as you alluded to earlier, the coaching staff rewarding some of these young players and putting them in positions to succeed with minutes and situations.
Bougru stripped of the puck after a good individual effort to get it out of his own end.
You know, I spoke with James Boyd, who's the GM of the Ottawa 67s, who had head coach Tournier now of the Arizona Coyotes, and said he's a builder. He's done it at every level. He did it with them. He coached Nikita Kucherov. Still has a great relationship with Nikita Kucherov. He coached him in junior in the Quebec League. And Tournier is somebody that likes to foster relationships with everybody, really, his players, the staff, everybody in the arena, as he had talked about when we visited with him pregame, Leah, as you recall.
Known as the ultimate player's coach, a master motivator, and he's going to have to earn his money here. This is a difficult situation for the Arizona Coyotes. Entering this game winless in 10, still looking for that first victory. A minute and a half left here in the third, but they're trailing 3-0.
The big advantage of Tournier is having coached younger players at the junior level, both in the OHL and the Quebec League, coaching World Junior for Team Canada, understanding these young players. And not only the players that are on his roster, but a lot of the players that he's coaching against. For example, like a Steele and Jamie Drysdale, some of the young Ducks, just knowing, coaching against those young players, kind of their tendencies, and it's almost like a baked-in scouting report, which helps.
Comtois has it, brings it into the zone, sends it around the boards. Getzlaf puts it down low. It ricochets right in front of the Arizona goal. Minute left here in the third period.
I see you biting your tongue. You know you're not going to say that word that relates to goalies right now. I see you biting your tongue over my shoulder.
I would never do that. Right in front of Amelka. Had traffic screaming in front of him, so he'll cover.
And really, for me, standout fourth line player in this game is Carrick. He's got a goal, 6 shots, 8 shot attempts, 2 hits, 1 takeaway. And if you compare that to the Arizona fourth line combined, they only have 2 shots and 4 attempts. So Sam Carrick in the depth role, number 39, is making his presence felt in this one.
Puck finds its way into Anaheim's end. There's a quick shot by O'Brien. Stolarz turns it aside. Kept in by Gostisbehere. He'll fire it in. Play continues down low behind the net of Stolarz. Dying seconds here in this third period. Gostisbehere is on it. Drops it back. Here's Fisher. Long shot right. There's the rebound in front and they score!
There is somebody in our control room, and actually in our control truck, our mobile here, that said the dreaded word that may have dogged the Anaheim Ducks. And it's a word that you never say when a goalie's going good. It's a shutout, and he said it in our ear. It didn't make it the air, but let's give the Arizona Coyotes a lot of credit here for battling. Great job battling. And this really is 2 defensemen that combine on this. Great effort by Anton Strawman. And it's Shane Gostisbehere, number 14, as the 2 defensemen combine to get their first, albeit late with sub 8 seconds remaining, but massive effort. Give them a lot of credit on that one.
But considering the Coyotes were shut out against Philadelphia in their last game,
right.
1 goal means something,
Totally.
even if it's that late in the hockey game.
100%. We're going to get a tilt here, too. And this was the one.
This is brewing.
And that's Delorier.
And O'Brien.
And Delorier carrying the majority of the action so far. You know what? And I'll tell you why I give both these players credit, Leah. If you're O'Brien, we saw him being physical all game long. He knows their team's in a tough stretch. He shows up big. And I can't tell you what that means to your group, especially on the road. And for Delorier, somebody that head coach Dallas Eakins said, we need him, and I referenced this earlier, we need him. We need him on the ice. He gets it on the forecheck. He's got skill, he's got toughness, he can fight, and he provides space for our team. Some physicality persisting here, even at the expiration of the game clock. Ducks with the win, 3-1 on home ice. Continue their roll. Ryan Getzlaf, on a night that he was celebrated, you still see that competitive fire from Ryan Getzlaf.
17 seasons in, still fire.
Totally.
I tell you, it's the Saskatchewan in him.
Exactly.
That Prairie Province, don't count them out.
No question. Here's where it all started, right off that game-ending face-off, and Delorier and O'Brien exchanging some greeting cards and invitations, saying, you want to do this? Let's roll. Let's do it. Again, I give both these players a lot of credit. At the end of the game, they're standing up for their respective teams, and this is why these types of players garner so much respect in their dressing rooms.